It took me a millennium to finally find that song tune, but God, I'm so glad I freaking found it. I'm gonna use it in every goddamn transition from now on. Why not? Alright, Nintendo. We all love them. Those if you're a kid. Which I'm glad I'm a kid. Because I'm not 18, far from it, but whatever. Anyway, so basically, Nintendo. We all know about their disrespect if you've been on the internet for at least 6 seconds at this point. So basically, if you don't know, Nintendo is infamous for copyright striking and just disrespecting their fan base. So today I'm going to go over the many examples on all the times this has happened. I'm going to link a few videos down below that also relate to this topic, because, you know, they also work with it. Jesus. And I know some people are going to say, please stop burping your videos, it's like really gross and weird. Well, guess what? Then if I have to stop burping, you have to stop snoring, okay? So back, especially in 2019, there was a streamer named Etika, and he was very interested in Nintendo, and sadly he passed away for reasons I don't really want to talk about, because it's kind of disturbing and everything. You can read up on it if you want. I wouldn't recommend it though, because it's kind of disturbing. So anyways, so basically someone decided, you know, he liked Nintendo. I'm gonna make Etika Switch Joy-Cons. If you don't know, Joy-Cons are the controllers for the Nintendo Switch. And Etika always had the slogan of Joy-Con Boys, which, you know, that's sweet. That's really cool. Thanks, man. Now we can have some cool graphic Joy-Cons. And then Nintendo went, no. That's illegal. Which... It was just some, like, templates for Joy-Cons, man, and he was giving the profits to charity. So they sent the guy who was making them a cease and desist to stop, and it was just a whole situation. It happened around in November last year, I believe, maybe 2 years ago. And the whole situation was one of the final nails in the coffin of Nintendo. It was, like, insane copyright abuse and all their other shady stuff. I'm mentioning this one first because it was recent, and yeah. It was just one of the worst, to be honest, because, you know, someone had to go through a lot of work to make those Joy-Cons. Like, it's not just a game where you can code it and stuff. It was actual real designs, but nope, cease and desisted, because of course. And while technically they do have the legal right to do that, it's still really scummy and petty. So yeah, Nintendo's taking down more fan games than I can count. Here are just some examples. Pokemon Uranium, Super Mario 64 Remastered, FullScreenMario.com, a Metroid 2 remake that was absolutely great. That was actually good. Why did they take this down? Well, I don't even know if these were monetized, or I don't think they were. Zelda 3D, Super Mario 64. It was a classic Mario, but in the Super Mario 64 art style, I'm pretty sure that got taken down. Also, there was another Super Mario 64 HD one that also got taken down, which was annoying. And basically every other fan game you can think of, mainly on Steam or GameJolt, with GameJolt being the biggest one. They just sent in a massive DMCA attack. And there's many more that I'm missing. Like, I'm not doing these developers justice at this point. So yeah, they've taken down a lot of fan games, and what's really annoying is I don't even think most of these were monetized. And I'm pretty sure that they took down, Pokemon, what was it freaking called? It was like Pokemon Shot or something. It was maybe the same guy that made Super Mario 64, FPS shooter and Sponge Galactic SquarePants. So I'm actually surprised Super Mario 64 shooter hasn't been taken down, but, yes, and also surprisingly, Pokemon Shot, whatever it was called, was also not taken down, so he got freaking lucky. Even though it wasn't monetized, it was still on the website where you download it that used ads, so, yeah. But, hey, whatever, it's a fun game, so I guess Nintendo decided to have some mercy. No, that's not the reason, it's just they haven't noticed it yet. And These guys would copyright strike a 6-year-old who drew Zelda if it had the exact same colors and was fully colored in, just so they could scare some more people that wanted to make genuinely good fan games. So yeah, thanks to Nintendo, these fan games, no playing anymore, lost of time. But I will say, emulators, they're still a thing, so if you want to play these, go ham. But they're kind of hard to find, they're usually full of ads and crap, so wrap your head around that one, I guess. So this whole thing with fan games and copyright issues, it's freaking broken. It's more broken than Roblox's TOS at this point. And I can't believe that a multi-billion-dollar company is so petty. Like, you guys are making tons of money. You realize that? Jesus. Ugh. I'm pretty sure that's just my body just trying to cough up the aneurysms I just had, but whatever. Time to explain something in the rhythm of the song. Nintendo used their fans to make them work for them, getting more popular and giving them underwhelming prizes. $25 in store credit, surprised it wasn't cents. So I'm gonna be kind of speeding through this point because I need to kind of stop editing this videos because I really want to make a video about Papers, Please. Yeah, let's just speed through this. Anyways, so yeah, Nintendo basically just uses their fans that spend a lot of time working into competitive gaming just to give them underwhelming prizes. So once, I think it was a, Smash Bros. Tournament, for Melee, because they're all inside, they were using an emulator, and Nintendo's like, no, I'm gonna shut that down, screw you. And it wasn't even So then they're going to do a Splatoon 2 tournament, which is really cool. And one of the team's names was Free Melee. So you know what happens? Yeah, that happened. So, and what's even worse is that the prize for winning that one tournament was $25 in Nintendo store credit. There's me dropping my brain cells, there you go. And again, oh god, Jesus, it's getting worse. It's getting worse! It's getting worse! Anyways. So, basically, yeah. Great commentary. So, then they actually, the group that was all on the Free Melee team after Nintendo shut it down, they moved to another group, which actually gave them around, 2,500, I think? It might have been 250 in actual money, I can't really remember. I think it might have been 500, I don't freaking know. And, there's a good video made by Critical, that, talking about this. I suggest you go watch it. So, yeah. And there's probably loads of other examples I haven't looked into of Nintendo using their fans, but, Also, by the way, how much you want to bet that Nintendo used ideas from fan games?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
yes, sir.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So,
sir.
I can't get over this. A multi-billion-dollar company, and you can barely spare $25 in store credit. There you go. Jesus Christ. Oh god. Ah! To be honest, I just miss the days of the Wii. I know a lot of people hate on it because it went to casual gamers and family audiences, but at least Nintendo wasn't a piece of crap back then. I mean, hey, what do you know? They might have been, but they just didn't. But nothing really could happen because this wasn't really when the internet was popping off. It was more like when it was starting to grow. There wasn't a lot of people that really knew how to do stuff. Most people knew how to create a website and maybe some other stuff. But other than that, it was pretty limited to just playing some Flash games on Newgrounds, which were pretty hard to copyright anyway. That's the reason why Super Mario 63 is still up. But yeah, Nintendo, remember when they just couldn't and didn't copyright people, and it was fun for the whole family, and no one cared, and there was no negativity around it. The only thing that the only people that didn't like the Wii were hardcore Nintendo fans, which there wasn't even that many of. And it was only until the Wii U would we see like the Nintendo failure and starting to show the cracks in their character. Like, remember when you could just sit down and play some Wii Party or some Wii Sports? That was so freaking fun. And yes, I do know that this comes from one of the only people who, only casual Wii players who bought the Wii, played it more than 5 seconds on Wii Sports, and actually bought more games than just Wii Sports. But I actually bought a new Wii. 2021 because I wanted to play it because I saw Professor. But yeah, I try to relive the experience every time I hop on the Wii to try to get that old childhood feeling back. And I will say it's successful sometimes, like with Wii Sports, and because and I did rebuy Donkey Kong Country Returns. That was fun. But the magic's lost because deep down Nintendo is just this cancerous virus that used to fill you with joy, but now just fills you with hate and dread. That's all. Peace, peace. I know I'm being a little over-exaggerating here. What? I know I'm kind of over-exaggerating here a little bit, but whatever.